NRG know that their backs are against the walls, but these underdogs from the Americas regions are looking to climb to the top of the mountain. And for Fnatic, it's an opportunity to cement their legacy. Let's go ahead and get ready for this grand finals as we have our agent select here. And now we start to see things come through. I don't expect we're going to get much in the way of changes here. Achilles, what do you make of this?
I mean, yeah, I think it's going to be stock standard for the side of NRG. Why change what has been working so well? You look like the best team in the world on this map, so just keep running the same thing. And for Fnatic's sake, they just don't really have the time to make pivots. They've been playing back to back to back, now here into the grand finals. So I think that we're not going to be seeing too many alterations to the comps as we go through this series.
No, absolutely. Watch out, it's Corrode. Please, attention to mid. We saw it yesterday with Fnatic, the way that both during crashes worked the map constantly. NRG should be expecting that.
For me, GB, this is simple. It's going to be Kayak, it's going to be Mata. Two of their absolute best agents that have defined this tournament for them. Those young men have been one of the biggest reasons their two teams are here.
It has been a journey for both of these squads. They are one step closer from becoming our next world champion. The pressure is on, eyes on the stage, because everyone knows what is at stake here. The stage has been set, and we have two of the greatest of all time to ever tell this tale. Here is Pansy and Hypoc.
It is an absolute honor to be standing here in front of what could be some of the best fucking Valorant we've seen in a minute, Mike. What storyline speaks to you now? Because you've got the new guard coming in. You've got the old guard hunting that final accolade. Where
do you start? This would be the final page in Fnatic's storied existence in Valorant. The one they've chased, again, been so close so many times. But on the other side, NRG, another just a run made of dreams.
Yes.
Now, what will be the culmination for them? I mean, these two teams have had so much pressure throughout this event. NRG seemingly cruising under that pressure and already toppling Fnatic.
But it wouldn't be a very good book nor a very good story if it was all easy. Fnatic walk into this already facing NRG once and falling. But a grand finals is a different affair. Of course, on the other side, a hungry upstart, still joined by that last standing evil genius. And now we'll be focused on this. NRG on the defense, Fnatic the attack.
Well, slight probe towards mid initially, but Fnatic very quickly going to regroup outside A here. Potentially looking to overwhelm Som. Holding his paranoia right now, so we'll be able to slow this down. Actually, we'll send it pretty early, actually. Fnatic will make it through the choke.
I quite like that they've bought enough time though for Marta to get close by, and I'm a little scared that Marta's right here, tries to instigate something but loses his life. Boaster drawing
Som's as well.
And now the follow-up falls. Fnatic making the crowd roar in round one, but Brock and Scuba got something to say. That's a shot. A sharp reminder. These are no pushovers.
Scuba's got a lot of work to do, though, to pick up this kill with mid. He's got to do it quickly as well. Alpha still controlling. He's actually giving up the angle at the wrong moment.
Falls away, but he still stands. But that time will be a factor. And Alpha's no longer alone, but is that a problem? Scuba sends him head first down to hell. We've got a 3v2. Brock now. Scuba. Oh! It took a second or two, but Fnatic control the end of that round. But you saw that threat there. You saw what we expect from the likes of NRG. Threatening on all accounts. I love what Marta went for. It didn't work out though.
Yeah, and what I was so impressed with NRG last time these two teams faced off was their ability to really contest the mid-round. Get ahead of Fnatic's pivots, which is the trademark of their playstyle. Basically going toe-to-toe with the strongest aspect of this roster.
Yeah, straight up. Okay. And now to keep this steady. Got to build here. For NRG, see if they can get under their skin a little. And the one thing I want to say about NRG, especially in that last matchup, they showed no fear. And that I really was impressed with.
You could not see the pressure at all. They looked so composed, even in the first map where Marta was down bad.
Yeah, he was.
Down really bad.
Rough game, but he picked himself up,
Yep.
got back to it. And again, we know the result now. Now this round you've got to imagine as Fanatics, you can see what the purchase is. You're looking at that Ghost in the hands of Alpha, the only thing they're pretty willing to lose. Otherwise you'd want to keep it clean, but Boaster's in trouble. A lovely plan made from NRG. A late mid crunch, putting Kayak actually right on the chopping block. And they are hungry and out for blood. NRG showing why they're deadly, why they're dangerous. Scrappy. And now Spike heading towards the B site. There's still one here. They haven't accounted for Scuba. Hold on. Yeah, Chronicle can focus towards middle, but Scuba can still be a nuisance dealt with. Sharp shot from Alpha. Look at the HP. Alpha did take a lot of damage. These shock darts could be dangerous, but as it stands, Chronicle on guard duty.
Issue being Marder's taking a ton of damage as well. Chronicle, and he gets shut down by Bork.
Yeah, now you can see it, red alert. It's ringing. Crash is going all the way around. Marder and Brock, can you make something out of nothing? No right in this round, but making it their own so far. And there it is, a big weapon potentially there to grab to hand. This is not out of the woods just yet. 10 more seconds on the horn. A Prowler ready for crashes if required. A position had to be giving up. And now Alpha from the back, but it's still Brock. And now Crashies 1v1. You've got to be composed on this. You've got to be keeping it cool, but Brock's still alive, still on 5. How to deal with the horns? But Crashies making sure Fnatic do not wane under the pressure.
Big bailout from Crashies early on. Always a threat with NRG in these purchases. Able to contest, contest mid so quickly. I mean, Kayak's put in such an awkward predicament here. But it's Brock again, who was absolutely pivotal in the previous series. And already now up to the signature weapon for him.
Yeah, I think all of us have come to know the value this man can bring, but Marder instantly forced off that midline he may have wanted.
His key though is, well, I thought actually Som nearly catching more than he bargained for.
And I got to talk about this pace with Fnatic. We'll come back to it because Som now has to stand against potentially 4 coming his way, maybe even 5, and they're slipping closer. This slow, tempered approach from Fnatic looks like it's scrapped, and Marder's walking. Oh my God, Marder! There he is! A little messy on the first, but cleans up on the follow-ups. Even sending Chronicle packing.
Huge damage again from Rourke. You see Chronicle tag down to
Marder! It's so sick! He found Kayak! That flank could have dismantled this, but Marder on 3. And 2 more targets. Chronicle already low. We've seen what it's like when Marder wasn't firing on all cylinders. This could be the spin up here, and a swift reminder of that Odin as well. Marder, big start, and Brock doing damage with that Odin.
The concern being Fnatic just didn't have a response to this on Ascent the other day.
Yeah.
Just very little in the form of dealing with Brock, or even anticipating where he was going to apply pressure. But Marder, huge impact from him in round 3. We another purchase here from Fnatic, but
An early ult as well.
yeah. I'm just seeing what they were going to say. Oh, Crash is actually looking to go toe-to-toe with Brock. Maybe try and spam off some of these angles.
Recovering it.
Early pressure towards mid here, but again, Fnatic just sitting very deep now, conscious of the fact that there isn't much safety until they figure out where Brock's playing.
Yeah, it's almost like identify the operator, right? Find
Yeah, well, it's all, basically the same concept.
So they've shown the owl drone over towards his B side. That will be seen and heard and dealt with by Kron, but Hunter's Fury, Kron's in trouble. Able to evade the first, the follow-up, a little bit dangerous, but he's fine, actually making away. I think just catching Boaster was the end of that.
Not much in the form of pressure here from the side of Fnatic, still committed to this early default.
Regrouping towards middle on the start, potentially?
Yeah, I mean, Brock's going to have it
God.
back now. This will be another indicator in favor of Fnatic if they can mitigate some of this risk ahead of getting towards the site.
Yeah, but I wouldn't fancy my odds against him.
No.
Slow and steady, they're approaching 30 seconds now. Again, a very clear shift in pace. Oh, pop flash middle, Ethan ready, but they're already going to be going past Brock. Actually, this time, Crash is going to try and control the angle, spams away. A little bit of chip, though. Look at Boaster, look at Kayak. They're not sitting too well. And this plan falls short for Fnatic. Alpha going to find one en route, but Ethan said, control this so well. Leaving just Alpha in a 1v2, 6 seconds. Not enough to change the outcome now. This is the last man on the site. can play him like a fiddle. Comfortable for NRG. Fnatic's plans of maybe finding that Odin didn't quite land.
Absolutely, yeah. You can see almost the adjustment here to actually figure out and make a decision, but it just doesn't come fast enough in my eyes. Not enough pressure over on the extremity that Brook's then drifted away from to re-dart mid. It's where NRG really stood out. It was the mid-round, the repositioning from Brook. And Ethan able to orchestrate that so effectively.
Just taking a breather here of the technical variety. Sorry.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Nah, man, obviously. I do believe it was just a little spin. So hopefully that gets fixed up nice and quickly. Obviously, you don't want anything going astray, but we can kind of recap the first couple of rounds.
Yeah, just to come back to that same discussion, because I know you and I were talking, is in terms of anti-ing Fnatic, they're very one-dimensional, they're very linear in approach, and quite often we talk about teams not really being able to go blow for blow with Fnatic when they're in form. NRG didn't even entertain that. They allowed Fnatic to sit back, wait and wait and wait, and you could see certain elements of frustration, certain elements of confusion almost of how they approached this issue that they had no go-to plan to address. And like I said, there were so many times where Marder would fall and there was no trade coming through, but ultimately Fnatic couldn't convert it to a second kill or control somewhere else on the map. So in that regard, really, playing from a disadvantage versus a team like Fnatic, not allowing them to actually snowball through some of these rounds was why NRG were able to remain so composed and so in control of the set.
And that's where my curiosity peaks, though, is how far that then goes into this veto. Can they apply that same theory across the maps?
Well, here's the concern, because you start on Corrode and Lotus, which are two teams that you would need a robust plan in place.
Certainly would. So I quite like what we're seeing as it stands. It does seem as though the tech pause is concluded. Jumping back into game in just a moment. I recognise them. People down there. Going to dunk it. Bringing out a lot of the big names here for a big game. Really blame them. Just a couple more seconds as the players get themselves comfortable. Obviously, again, just want to get everything right here. Don't want any excuses. As coming back through, though, it should be a fairly light purchase for Fnatic. Just that Guardian in hand for Crashies, I think. And you're looking at the Sheriffs actually going to switch out, looking like for a Stinger. So back into the action, 2 apiece here. As NRG already showing that resilience, that ability to handle Fnatic's approach. And Fnatic yet to really make much of a stand to it. I like the tempo shifts we've seen from Fnatic too. A couple different looks of pace. Marder. Be a bit careful. There's already contact made as Kron testing Scuba. Bit of chip done here early. As now looking at the reaction here. Fnatic have fought for middle. Seems as though they've won it.
And to see what develops coming out of that. It's now Fnatic looking to potentially find another pressure point here, but NRG playing very far back here, happy to concede the space. Send one in there. Clone will obviously be dealt with here, so I'm looking to spam onto this angle. But Kayak will be noted.
Nice little angle there for Marder. Safety ensured.
30 seconds left.
Approach on B though. Ethan already kind of feeling that this is the final goal for them. Nice stall as well, just buying time for those rotations. You can see the waylay. Okay, and Marder just getting on close. The only real threat, I guess you could argue, maybe Crashies, but you're looking at these positionings and the timing, Mike, it's only 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think Fnatic not really finding anything they can pin their hopes to here. Scuba trying to clean up something here.
Time. Pretty close on the plant, but I think it's in.
Yeah.
Okay, Sheriff, Boaster and Chronicle with a Ghost. 4 alive against them. Chronicle's found Scuba, and a good bit of chip on Ethan. There's no way. Surely, right? Yeah, okay, Boaster's fallen. This is looking like NRG. Yeah, perfect in the end. Just making sure they're crossing the T's and dotting the I's. Again, this is a big stage. Can't stress it enough. You want to be making sure you're not making silly mistakes here. Keep the boys calm for NRG and on that same hymn sheet.
Yeah, that composure on display once more. for NRG. Again, there was certainly threat there. So this will be a timeout of a different variety. Don't panic just yet, but early for Fnatic to check in terms of, I guess, initially the game. And one of the things that really stood out to me the other day was catching one of the coach reactions from Scott and Milan, where they were basically said, boys, what are we doing? What are we doing? I think a stark reminder that the game plan wasn't quite there. And I don't want to say that they underestimated NRG, but they were certainly caught off guard, which is something we rarely discuss with Fnatic.
And I don't think it's even just necessarily being caught off guard. There's probably that emotional side of it, absolutely. But I do think NRG so far have displayed the best plan of handling Fnatic. And I want to put that credit to Ethan, to the coaching staff, for knowing how to approach this in the correct manner.
Well, this is Bonkar's bread and butter, right?
Yes, yes. And we saw it clear as day on Ascent, but we're seeing it pretty much hit since those weapons came out round 3. It's been a one-sided affair now. Fnatic, if you've got a plan in mind, don't let these first couple of rounds, couple of maps get away from you.
No, and the point never came where I felt as if Fnatic went towards set strats, set pieces to even just take space away, not necessarily full-on site execs, but they were just so scared.
Yeah.
Again, of Rourke's presence, just his presence on the map.
And you can see why, though, sitting on 8-3 so early here.
Or halfway to the ult again.
Feels endless, and it feels like you get away from Brock, but then you got Ethan backbone on the site, you got Som holding a great line. Everyone's doing their job so far, so work cut out for Fnatic. What is the answer? Odds to play with, buy in hand. You got to show me something now. I like that from Marder.
Yeah, potentially to be tested once more. Chronicle will be facing off potentially against Marder. Have a very, very deep sight line here, and it was Brock actually showing the Odin early, almost baiting Fnatic in. Ultimates available here for Fnatic. Both the Alpha and Crashies all have theirs.
Careful here.
On the side, Ethan and Marder. Kayak actually catching a little bit of damage here in mid. Again, minute mark here, and no real inroads towards any other player on the side of NRG.
Scuba's over towards A, still got Som there, still got the paranoia. I've got to say, they're very frugal in dealing with a little early look. I like that from NRG as well, keeping control of it, not overspending utility. And the stall's good, but Crashes with the ult could allow for a push towards site. Does it connect? Only on one. And a little TP taken to maybe offset the expectation. Plant going to come in, layers on the ults down. They're investing a lot behind this.
Yep, get the spike down, but it is a full 5v5 here. Boaster has his as well. No command actually comes through very early on.
This post plant's a bit uncomfortable though.
It really is.
They don't have a lot of space on it. They didn't give up that elbow control on the NRG side, so Fnatic need to ensure they don't get flanked here. Alpha is doing the best he can for it, but Marder and Som finding that time to strike. Kayak going to claim one on the site, but the site has swung! NRG right back in this! And now look, Kayak, what are you meant to do? You got so many bodies to get past, and that's just diffusing. NRG, brilliant control.
Absolutely swept them off the site. No command going very early on, but able to win out seemingly every single duel that occurred. Kayak has to TP on so deep away from the site. He has no way to stop anybody else from making progress. And this is with Fnatic still maintaining full mid control. Yeah, Marder sends the ult through and almost rolls out the carpet for NRG to approach.
I'll take down their fight.
They're playing a damn good game, Mike. NRG really are.
But again, it's the composure on display. It's almost waiting and waiting and waiting for Fnatic to make a decision, and then they're always in the right position.
This is a little bit of a tempo shift, a little bit of a gear shift here. You can see the Crashies a bit quicker towards Connector, running a bit closer towards B. They're trying to creep up here, maybe bring those Stingers to the right range, but you've still got Guardians, you've still got Vandals. But are they expecting Crashies so close?
Surely not.
I mean, he should be on for one. Here he is, delivers the first real death on the site, and that's Scuba going down. A vulnerability shown, and a chance to maybe force forward Kayak. Gonna follow it up, but it's still not comfortable here. Still not on that full buy, and Som has space.
Yeah. Unable to really dig Som out of that position, even here with the smoke.
Looks so
Cutting
similar
sight
to last
lines,
time.
yeah, it really does. Yeah, Marder's still over towards mid. Fnatic just waiting potentially for an overstep.
And NRG haven't been given that. They've been disciplined. You're highlighting it almost at the start of the round. You can see it very clearly here toward the end. NRG making Fnatic sweat for this. Now getting a little bit closer. Dart in play. This is where it's getting dangerous. Kayak trying to dodge the bullets. 29 HP, and there's a TP. That's him now looking a little bit worried. Is he behind me? Is he in front? I'm fine. So
shock darts!
But you can't avoid that. Brock, brilliant again. Boaster and Alpha, where are you now? Still worried about middle, but it's all on the site this time. NRG having answers. Boaster having to go through the motions, do everything he can to try and secure this plant. He can't do enough. And Alpha, he has to check on this. He has to give away position. They're trying to find him. Time's starting to tick now. Brock going back to try and get the defuse. Marder holds this down. NRG know the game plan, and it is surgical.
Marder looking way more comfortable this time around. Previously, you could see both Som and Ethan almost egging him on to commit to more engagements.
And
I mean, doing really well to even get to this position, but again, it's the composure, it's the flick of the switch for NRG, where they're happy to sit back, compose themselves, and address.
Why
But also,
get it?
see a bit of frustration there, sure, don't blame you. But Fnatic either have to dig deeper or do better in those post plants. That's not enough security. You can't play a choke point up against that Odin and just get spammed off the angle. They have to find a deeper line to play on. But now NRG start getting naughty. We've seen this a million times. And Alpha will be kicking himself on that. And look how it plays in Scuba. Oh, it is devious. You're kidding me.
Let another one go.
Yeah, but the crowd's starting to kick up here. He doesn't even consider it. Scuba sends him 10 feet under. I can't get enough of this team. They are playing brilliant, beautiful Valorant right now.
And again, the switch up in round 8 to go forwards and set up a trap play like this. Again, just not allowing Fnatic the comfort that they're so used to having. Chronicle now, or 1v5. Som on the other side of this smoke.
God. And you feel like you'd maybe, dealt with the first one. Okay, Som's going to fall off this call. Nah, there was layers to this now. Oh, they are hitting today. And this starts to feel a little like the game before, Mike.
It really does, yeah. I mean, because once Fnatic were in the shell, in a corner, they just didn't have enough answers. That we didn't see any sort of adaptation to address some of the problems we saw solely on the minimap. Again, their own worst enemies when it comes to the clock. It's been a discussion that's recurring in terms of Fnatic this year. And it might be coming to bite them in the ass at the worst possible time.
Hey, look, this is Champions. It's the best of the best, right? So where's all of that veterancy that was talked about? Where's all those ideas now? NRG are outplaying you in every aspect, but a mid-walk for Fnatic. Trying to get close, but look what's waiting. It's not just one, it's three. Marder's here, Ethan's here, Brock's here. There is no easy access anywhere.
Pressured away from this, but Som, forced off the early angle, does still have Scuba here. Snakebite will slow things down as well.
God, 3?
Yeah, it's another round where Fnatic just can't get themselves over that first hurdle. That's
really
just
stuck.
Yeah, I mean, down to a point now where they have to force the issue basically onto Brock with the pit coming out.
Yeah, and Ethan can just kind of passively watch the cross, draw all eyes towards him. It's going to be Brock with 2. But pick your poison at this point, Fnatic. You barely won middle, and you're down to 2 players left alive. Kron's on an island on B, but Kayak. Clean kill. That spike's being watched. Draws the attention, draws the bullet, and they're trying to work this one out. I like it, but a great paranoia. And Marder's just out of there. Doesn't need to stick around. Doesn't need to be played in yet, but the barrel might give away the game. But Kron's got to be careful. Position already thought about. That paranoia right towards his feet. Late mid presence, but a big shot from Kron. A safe-ish plant. Just about getting it down. Now the Viper's pit on top. Kayak holding on here, but it's Scuba again, the guy who was the downfall only a moment ago. He's going to take a gamble, take a glance, and finds nothing. Pit has dropped.
First tap on the spike here, not going to draw anything out from Fnatic, but Kayak, going to go forward, just make the confirmation though.
Yep. The tap, Scuba waiting. Trying to toy with them. Checked again, spots another. I think he might have noted both now. High chance of this. Can he somehow mentally work this out, though? A little bit of a difference in possession, but what a shot!
He's got the half.
Oh my God! Scuba! Outrageous Red Bull clutch! How is this guy a rookie?
Daylight robbery. Scuba with so many clutches the other day versus Fnatic here. And absolutely ice cold once more. Right under their noses.
He's so damn good, man. And he's outplayed Crom. Can we talk about that? You don't win those sort of scenarios against Chronicle. The guy's one of the greats out there. But Scuba understanding every aspect. Look at this. Oh.
This is where things were the sort of round where things spiraled out of control for Fnatic previously. No surprises to see. Effectively, the panic button hit once more ahead of round 10. And this is surely a mental check-in.
Oh, it has to be. It has to be. I'm trying to say, I was seeing earlier someone say, oh, there's no villains anymore. In this arena, I tell you, there's one team they're cheering for a little bit louder. But right now, they are being silenced. It's turning into a library out here. It's unreal. God, and it's...
Well, I mean, Scuba making a case for being
take it on.
the villain on that stage today.
Do it to him. Like, again, the fact that he's hitting this level here. He was the one who's played enough some in that smoke. Now he's doing this, making those sort of confident plays at the highest level possible against Fnatic. It's like they've just turned off any aspect of respecting who they are up against and playing genuinely their own game.
Really, really looking for an answer here in the last few rounds from Fnatic. And no timeout for the second half now. Som once more toying with aggression. Fnatic seem to be aware of the possibility. Got a little bit of a switch up here. It's Brock over towards A instead of Scuba this time.
Go.
Kayak's got to find some sort of tangibles for Fnatic to act upon.
Yeah, it really, really does. But Som's been slippery, right? He's been really hard to deal with. And look at this. The hinder, the Odin spam, it's all there for Boaster. Does find one back, but it's all being traded again. NRG able to find stability in even all of this chaos.
See Chronicle disconnected from this, hasn't found anything in the lurk. Tag will come through, Alpha punished by the Odin once more. Fnatic just left in tatters. Another 2v4.
And look at the discipline, I love this as well, right? If you are Fnatic, you want to get a pick. You want to try and bring it to maybe a 2v3, get some security on the plant. They sit deep, they make them work for this. And look at the position that NRG sit in. Welcoming it almost with a smile. You want something in this? You want any win con? Come find us. There they are, standing guard, standing duty. Kron, the first to be absolutely melted. And Boaster looking like he's going to face a similar fate. What are you meant to do here, Fnatic? NRG surrounding you, Boaster. The ultimate showman right now with not much to say. It's just stunning from NRG, Mike.
I mean, we often talk about the sixth man in Valorant, but the clock is the sixth man for NRG here, and they are tapping into that advantage so many times. Like you said, trim the fat, they're able to reset, play so deep on the map. Like I said, you never want to be forcing the issue onto some of these unknown angles versus an Odin. And these second waves, I mean, the darts, saving the drone so late on in the round, Rourke is pivotal.
Fear just got so tilted when you killed him, Brock. He got so tilted.
Yeah, rightfully so. Again, you are brute forcing into a position where you don't even get an engagement.
High flash, big swing like this. Show some versatility, however. Chronicle this time going to get his man. Going to dodge this, though. That's a connection. It's got Kron down, so it's always traded, it feels like. In the most unorthodox of ways. Ethan going to be one kind of steadfast towards B. And Fnatic do like their reclears, they like their refights.
I was going to say, Ethan's still got a knife, though, so...
It's all on timing here. Oh, yeah, that's big info. That's still 3. Potentially 4.
My ult is ready.
Just the 3 there. Alpha was just outside of it, but it's already caused the reaction. You can see it, but a lot of faith put into Ethan to hold this down.
Nobody to really offset this. I think maybe anticipating Fnatic's rotation. But we'll be able to effectively mitigate most of Crashy's ultimate.
Like that. Most of them having a bit of a glance early. We're going to go back up, 45 seconds.
Face your fear!
And this has been read. You can already see Ethan's positioning on this. Kayak has managed to slip the net, though. Hold on. And I think that penny just dropped there. A fight on two fronts now. On the site, it's going to be, well, already boasted going down. Alpha now already considered. Great shot on one, but a better trade. NRG don't fight alone. There are layers to this. But Kayak crashes this time. But look who's against him. Before it was Chronicle and Kayak. Now Crashies has to deal with Scuba.
Tagged up down to 52 HP though, so this one will be even more impressive for Crashies. The one to shut it down. Playing an Odin and an operator here. Kron trying to get some energy going on stage here. After a drought in terms of rounds. Finally find a response, and it will be nothing short of a miracle to find a fourth in this opening half.
Need it. I know we talk about best of five marathons.
16-6, man.
But you talk about confidence and the knock-on effect of having a great start here. NRG will lap that up. Fnatic give us another though. Make it up to 4.
Toxins going up.
Alpha and Boast are both in ults in here, but Boast are only down on a Bulldog.
Toxin screen down.
The byproduct of a string of rounds. There's Scuba once more to hold down the fort of B. This time around does have Ethan. Nada again going to explore mid. He's been in control of mid so many times. Early round, ahead of some of the retakes. Fnatic unable to find even a glimpse.
Yeah. Oh, the timing of this, uh-oh. That's going to be a problem.
He's going hunted as well.
He's going for this one. Kayak's on the corner, though. How far are you willing to really go for that?
Called to cancel.
Okay, cancelled on this.
We might even see a bloodbath outside the site here. But again, it's 40 seconds. Fnatic haven't seen anyone yet.
The tension is now getting palpable. They're trying to send a fake, trying to send
The
Crash.
first confirmation.
Yeah, that's it. They're just putting a Prowler over towards A. Gonna pop the ult on this and then send Kayak in. Switch out of the weapon and he goes on in first. Like for the line to take the space. Can't really get away from this either, but look what's waiting inside that smoke. It could be the death of him. He has no idea what's waiting, but he finds Ethan, and again gives him that foothold towards the site.
He was actually playing off the judge here. Mada going to shut down Crashies on that mid lurk.
10 seconds, and Brock's got you found. The second that outline hits, and being toyed with Kayak, there's just a heat-seeking missile flying above you. Oh, he's found a body, and another! Mada is out of this world!
What a turnaround from NRG. Again, Fnatic waiting what feels like an eternity. And they walk into an absolute slaughter. NRG just absolutely channeling into the Odin and its ability to have impact
God damn.
from such safe positions.
Yes. I just can't believe what Mana just did as well, man. Oh. That's a brutal one to try and deal with, but what a statement from NRG. Fnatic left down in the doldrums on 3 rounds, but Lou is checking in with a special Fnatic guest in the audience.
Et bonjour Paris, Angelina, la femme de Chronicle, est avec moi à l'Accor Arena. The beautiful Angelina just joined me here in Paris. For those who don't know, she's Chronicle's wife. And Angelina, the first question I wanted to ask you is, since the beginning of Kron's career on VALORANT, you've been together, so you've witnessed his success with Gambit, now Fnatic. So long story short, why does every team he gets on does so well?
I do think that he is one of the best teammates you can have ever. Like, people don't know how much he sacrificed.
I think, yes, for the people, you know, behind the scenes and stuff, they might know, but not for everyone. Donc oui, pourquoi est-ce que chacune des équipes dans lesquelles Chronicle est a du succès? Eh ben, je pense que c'est un des meilleurs teammates. Vous n'imaginez pas le nombre de choses qu'il est prêt à sacrifier pour ses coéquipiers. Et évidemment, ça se voit. And on a more personal level, I wanted to ask you, how does he make you proud every day? And what do you really want him to know, especially in tough times like this?
I mean, not gonna lie, he's the best man I have ever met in my life. So I just want him to know that he should never doubt himself.
Never doubt himself?
He is the best, yeah.
He is the very best. Donc ouais, moi ce que j'ai envie que Chronicle sache, c'est un homme incroyable. Je n'ai jamais rencontré d'homme comme lui dans ma vie, qu'il ne doute pas de lui. Il va y arriver. Those are very sweet words from you, Angelina, and he's very lucky to have you too. Now hold my hand, and we're gonna try to handle the stress together on Corrode.
Ooh, easier said than done. 9-3. It's a stressful start if you're on the Fnatic side.
Yes, exceptionally. And I think just to touch here, we're obviously going to take a look at the Coinbase Econ report very, very shortly, but Brock, again, it's just undeniable value. And the fact that NRG have just such a robust plan to deal with Fnatic, like I said, embrace the pressure of the clock. And then they walk into these sites that there's no safety whatsoever. And the other side of it is, Marder's happy to now go forward, take these same risks that we saw him doing on Ascent, that he was punished for.
Yes.
Time and time again, they're able to satisfy both sides of the coin here. Fnatic left scrambling for an answer.
It's quite impressive to watch. 3 rounds is all Fnatic got here. 9 for NRG. And to put it into context, 2 of Fnatic's rounds were in the pistol. It's been 1 since. This is NRG looking unfazed, unbothered, really untouchable. So let's see if this continues this way. It starts with a pistol, ghosts across the board for Fnatic, and on the other side, a couple of sheriffs here and there. And it's simplistic in the start. Direct in approach. Now, Crashies and Alpha trying to play around that wall.
Gonna be able to really find much on the back of that. It's gonna drop it. Look at the pressure, the rapid through sight already.
There's so many bodies on this side here. Amana comes out swinging. NRG once again sending a potent message here. There is no fear on this side. There is no respect to be given. It has to be earned. And Brock right now is just outrageously good.
I mean, they know that a player has passed, and it's so quick. NRG just aren't even stopping to hard clear out. They are just bulldozing their way through. Crashies and Alpha are just caught completely off guard by this.
Man, I gotta say as well, NRG are gunners. They're doing this to like Alpha, Kayak, Kron, who've all had upswings in this tournament too. Like every one of them is hitting.
I mean, Crash has just come off arguably one of his best series ever.
Round 2, it's already here. Oh dear. Off we go. Marder flying in head first. And there's no stopping. Look at this. They're so confident. And that's what you get though. Kayak brings them back down to earth. Playing on that corner, joined by Alpha, trying to take the fight to NRG, but just fell flat. Boaster with a classic. Not going to win against that gun.
NRG up to 11 in the blink of an eye. Fnatic with very few positives again to string together, other than Kayak finding 2 here.
Brock's 21-6.
Yeah, it's just... Oh, wow. Okay, there's your positive.
Take some of that. Need a bit more, but you'll take it.
But yeah, I mean, NRG just riding the wave of confidence, of, I mean, just absolute trust in each other as well. Nobody's letting their foot off the gas. They are moving as a death ball.
And Fnatic trying to stand against it, trying to play out from Connector, but Marder doesn't care. Just straight up has a goal in mind, and he catches Boaster completely unawares. Cromber's in the corner. It is a massacre. And Fnatic looking absolutely flustered here.
Hang on, the spike is still down over towards bottom mid here, and Fnatic, they're not going to spot it though, is the issue.
Yeah, they have no idea.
Scuba could get the backstab on this.
But I think Scuba's only got the stinger, so what do you really do about it?
Alpha's looking this way. Oh, now they're not. Now they're not.
Scuba, you don't get 2 with the
They
stinger.
think the spike's already in sight.
There's no way you think this. And Marder's coming back out just to make sure, just to check, just to make certain. Good kill from Crashies, but Scuba. The hit and run. They know there's another player there. Maybe even expecting Kayak nearby. Doubling down, do you go back to face Alpha? Any day of the week, he's still nasty, but Som standing on the site here, securing it, but Kayak a chance.
Need another 2K from Kayak.
He's got it. Oh, he's got nothing. NRG They have a date with destiny, it seems like 12-3. These are almost commanding performances I have ever seen.
Yeah, and we were discussing it ahead of this series starting. It's like, yeah, how many times have Fnatic lost to a team twice, let alone at all, but in the same event? Yeah. NRG have just come back, and here, the key for me in the second half is tapping into the tempo shift. Again, Fnatic they're scared, they're not going forwards, they're constantly backpedaling. And some rightfully on his feet here. It's just the value of that mental game paying dividends for NRG. We're about to make another statement in this opening map versus Fnatic. Regardless of outcome, almost.
Yeah, that is irrelevant almost at this point. At 12-3, we know that Fnatic can do, comebacks and all of this, but NRG, man, this is something different. Spam.
Trying to find a spam. This time we've seen NRG really slow down here.
Take flight.
The respect shown, the possibility of the purchase, but I mean, Fnatic, it's hideous to say the least.
Shaky buy, man. We've got Judge, Guardians. Look at this rotation bite as well. 4 players now on the A site.
Poison's off.
Chronicle coming across, he's just going to leave Boaster with a Judge in hand. Has to find an absolute miracle here.
Tucks in towards the corner. He's hoping. He's calling for some help here. There's no signs of life on A. It's all coming towards B. Boaster, is there anything you can do to deny this? He takes the stand, but he only takes 1. The floodgates open, the B side's theirs, and Som is not stopping. Up towards heaven, they look none the wiser. He's done so well there, breaking even the closest rotations. Som is absolutely on it. And just Alpha and Kayak, the last 2 to find. And this is a different beast. I don't think Fnatic ever thought they'd face someone like this, but NRG are looking like a cut above the rest. Just Kayak has to try and stand. It is a blowout. 13-3. NRG look at home under the brightest lights.